Okay, something happened, regrets were made, let's just all soak it up for a minute, accept it, and in about 2 weeks' time, we can just move on and pretend like this just never happened, okay? Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Robot Season 1, Episode 2. Last time on Mr. Robot, the first episode of the show, we got introduced to Elliot. The show seeded a whole bunch of different things, different conspiracy theories, characters, where this all might be going in the future. Our main character is a hacker who is trying to bring down injustice in his own way, but he kind of thinks he's a little fish in a massive ocean, but an opportunity may be a knocking where he can make a real difference. The only problem is the people that he's targeting may or may not have figured out it was him, or they're going to maybe hire him. Who knows? That was kind of the cliffhanger we were left on last week. Then on top of that, he's got drama with his childhood friend Angela, her boyfriend who he doesn't like because he's a bit of a tool and a bit stupid. And then we've got the mysterious Christian Slater as the titular Mr. Robot, apparently, coming in, trying to influence Elliot to bring down the system, bring down society, the whole thing. But I really enjoyed last week. I think it's got a lot of interesting things going on. I can't wait to see how it's all going to develop, where they're going to take this character, if they're going to have him bounce off both sides of the fence and to push his limits, see where he goes. Something I noticed about last week's episode, and I'm going to say it, and I'm probably going to sound really stupid and conspiracy theorist, but every time this happens, I don't say it, and then it ends up being a thing. So this time, I'm saying it at the risk of sounding like a complete moron. Whilst editing the last episode, I couldn't help but notice that the number 13 gets mentioned quite a lot. Quite a lot. Like, Angela says, I sent you 13 different texts, and then there's another mention of something happening 13 years prior, and it felt like too much to be a coincidence. Now, it might be absolutely nothing. I may be sounding like a loon, but every single time I keep one of these batshit theories to myself, and I'm like, see, I knew it was going to happen with all the other shows, it ends up being a thing. So this time, I'm saying it, I noticed it, it felt a bit weird, so you can bet for this episode, I'm keeping my ears and eyes open for the number 13, alright? But before we jump into this one, please hit the thumbs up if you enjoy this video at all. Also subscribe and help support that way. And as always, leave a comment letting me know what you think of this episode. In the thingy below, there are links to Twitch and Discord. If you want to come hang out over there, it's a good time. It's a fun time. People enjoy it. We're trying to hit 1K on Twitch this year. So if you want to come help support over there, if you like this stuff, if you like what I do here, odds are you'll probably like that stuff as well. So if you're into the games and just hanging out and chatting, come on over, you're more than welcome. But that's it, let's jump into another episode. Let's see what happens with Mr. Bonsoir Elliot. If this is a creepy round table of super rich cultists or what the fuck's going on, I don't know. I'm ready for it though, let's have a look. Slow-mo, ominous. He's been invited to the round table.
I want to offer you a position here at Evencorp.
Oh, here we go. This is his in. He's going to be played on both sides. I had a feeling this might be the situation.
You'll be a multi-millionaire within the next 5 years. What do you say?
Can I think about it?
I get it. Like, what would you say to that? Like, my instant reaction to that would be like, there's got to be a catch. There has to be a catch to this.
I want you to be where you belong. Here with me. This is an important choice you're making, Elliot.
Feels like he's going to go feral in a minute. Like, he's like drooling at the mouth. I need you, Elliot. Join me.
I think I'm happy where I am.
I mean, he's got his morals. He's trying to stick to them, but I think Mr. Robot and co. probably want him to take the position, so then they have someone on the inside.
Call this number if you need to get in touch with Mr. Willick. You can call me Mr. X.
Mr. X? From Resident Evil?
Don't hesitate to reach me when you're ready. We're always close by.
They are full on. He's taken the job. Right? People don't say no to this. Is he crazy? Guess that kind of just shows how, arrogant, if that's the right word, they are. And there will be their downfall.
Everything alright?
He's just such a creeper. I hate it when your employers can't take a hint.
He's got a new target. He's Got a new target to take down.
Shit, I'm out of the other ones.
Oh, just the morphine.
No. You made me promise never to give you these unless I had your stuff. Promises matter, okay? You know, I take this shit to heart.
She's a drug dealer with a conscience, and I appreciate it for her.
Fine, but you have to.
No, she's breaking it. God damn it. I know he's had a weird day, but come on. I didn't expect it to come back round this quick.
You think I forgot about you? Trust me, I need you now more than ever.
I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. Stop doing the morphine. That's my first bit of advice.
His life, it's nice, happy, perfect. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a bit too perfect, isn't it? He's a little too perfect. Everything about the dude.
You let me.
Until we started drooling at the mouth earlier, like, oh, Elliot.
I'm gonna need to wipe everything.
Alright, the paranoia is setting in, apparently. Hard. But I don't blame him, honestly. Although it might just be the morphine fucking with him. You might want to get rid of that fire. Oh, it's vanished. Okay, it's fine. The fire vanished.
I mean, who knows what these F-Society hackers are going to do next?
What did he just say? What did you just say?
They're threatening to dump everything unless the FBI frees Colby. They released the video this morning.
This is what happens when you do all that morphine, my guy. You're going to miss this stuff.
Meet our demands and we will consider not destroying you. First, release our leader, Terry Colby. Dissolve your corporation and donate all your assets.
Guess it just sells the Corby element more. They're like, hey, release our guy. He's ours. He's with us.
Meet these demands or we will kill you. Consider yourself warned.
F-Society.
You like rap, hip-hop? Yo, this shit's deep, lyrical, poetic. Yo, your girl will like this.
Who is this guy? Why are we paying so much attention to a man selling CDs? Are they hacks? Are they CDs hacks? Are they got stuff on them? Does she just let herself in? I assume it's the dealer. I can't remember her name. I assume she just lets herself in whenever she fucking likes.
Dude, Jesus Christ, I am naked, asshole. Don't stare at me. You were supposed to come last night. Did you forget?
Come.
Oh, it's Darlene. It's not her. It's the other girl from F-Society group people.
Oh, by the way, your dog shat on your bed. You gotta walk that thing.
Yeah, take it for a walk.
How do you know where I live?
Why wouldn't I know where you live?
This is very weird. How does she know so much about him and saying, you were supposed to be somewhere, why weren't you there? I'm sus on all of this.
Quick!
Does she see them too?
What? Like to stand.
What is happening? My brain feels like it's melting. This lady's just come into the episode and like messed with me. Oh, here's the gang. They're all here, apart from Christian Slater. Oh, there he is.
Can we please hear the plan? Where are we at with Steel Mountain?
If I'm not mistaken, these lines aren't 100% safe yet, and we still haven't made the Colby project disappear.
Okay, that was weird. That was weird. What just happened there was weird. She was looking directly at Elliot.
Comet, the natural gas plant up around Albany, we're gonna blow it up.
Comet plant's right next to Steel Mountain.
Is the off-site and data storage facility for every corporation, the SMP, including everyone's favorite.
Evil Corp.
Bingo.
New heist, new plan.
You will use your all-safe security clearance to hack the Comet PLC, increase the pressure, causing a gas pipeline explosion, making Steel Mountain go kablooey along with Evil Corp's soul.
Okay, they were literally going to blow the place up. I thought he was being like metaphorical. Nope. He wants to blow it up.
Anyone living around the plant? And they all die?
Okay, moral high ground is declining.
I'm not killing anyone.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think this is in his moral compass.
Are you gonna act or not?
I think he's going to act. He wants to act at least, but I don't think murder's at the top of the list.
You want to change the world? You become a yes. You become a one.
And potential mass murderer.
Now, those bastards slowly killed your father, and how you wished he'd done something about it, but he didn't. Because he was a zero. just like you're being right now. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that was the way to win him over. I mean, it probably will win him over because it's gonna affect him and make him go, I need to do something.
But you're a part of it either way. Yeah, even your stupid hoodie can't protect you, bitch!
They're already being self-aware.
You're in this with me, so start thinking of solutions now.
You want me to think of the solution? I can't help you, dude.
Shayla. Yo, she'll be out in a minute. You a funny dude. I like you. And don't be rude. Sit down and chill.
All right, we need to do something about this guy. We need to do something. Elliot, you have my permission. As your imaginary friend, granted.
Forgot to introduce myself. I'm
Fernando Vera, Shayla's supplier, one of the worst human beings I've ever hacked. His password? Eat a dick 6969.
Oh my god. This guy sitting here in his tighty whities, like, come on.
But the mouth of guns plus bullets usually adds up to one thing. I've thought about turning him in, but he's Shayla's only supplier. I take him down, I lose my drugs.
Maybe that's a good thing for you, Elliot. Maybe we remove this from your life.
I hated myself, man. Still do. Thought that shit was a weakness for a long time. And then I realized that shit was my power.
Well, this is taking a turn.
I should be thanking you. You brought her to me. Your star, orbiting with mine, gravitationally brought me the love of my life. But make no mistake, that girl in there is mine, now that we friends. I trust you respect this boundary. Dude, early
Jesus.
One thing I gotta say is, it's a smart time to be scared, bro.
Elliot, fuck your morphine. Do something about this guy.
Shayla.
What happened?
Okay?
Why am I in the tub?
Oh my god. Fuck me, dude. Like, Elliot, come on now. It's time to be the one. This is a scenario where you don't be the zero, you be the one.
Gives me a really good deal on the split. I make good money.
There it is again, the invisible hand at work, controlling us, even if it pushes us past our threshold of pain.
He's going to get pushed into blowing up a building. This is how it happens. Unless he can come up with a different solution, which I hope he does.
That's what this is all about. The yeses and nos of life. But do we decide them, or do they decide us?
Oh god, here we go. We're getting very existential today, aren't we, huh?
He's left me no choice. He can't be allowed to exist anymore.
God damn! I mean, I'm on board. I'm on board the train, but kind of terrifying when he starts going down this path.
Half of us can't even pick our cable, the gas, electric, the water we drink, our health insurance.
I think he did it.
Even if we did, would it matter?
I think he made the choice.
If our only option
See if it works. I feel like this is going to have some consequences that aren't going to be great, but long term, hopefully it works out for the best.
You've brought up this issue before. This issue of not feeling like you're in control. Do you remember? You talked about how he chose to do nothing when he was battling his cancer. Maybe your father felt the same way as you do now. Don't have to just take what life gives you.
Shut up! Shut up!
You've got bags under your eyes. The last month, I have seen you slip into old patterns, old behaviors. What is going on?
There's a lot going on. God, I love her. Please continue to be the positive impact he needs. And don't twist into something horrible. What's up with his radiator, man? Why are we calling so much attention to it? It's not gonna explode or something, is it?
Every time I try to play it or rip it, it just freezes up my computer and spits it back out again.
Well, that's suspicious.
Not okay.
That's suspicious. Don't keep putting it in there. Stop. Oh, here we go. Ollie gonna be a moron.
My Arizona buddy, Fred, hit me up. Must grab a drink. Shouldn't take too long.
All right, we need to get rid of Ollie. Ollie needs taking off the board as well. Look, they've hacked him. That fucking CD gave them access. Look at it. Who's this now? Who's doing the webcam thing? Oh, it's just the dude giving out the CDs. Oh, and he's gonna sell the thing. It's a whole situation. Fuck everyone. No one. There's so few good people in this show. They're all up to something.
I know how to take out the backups without blowing up the pipeline.
You know, Elliot, I really feel like we resolved this thing between us. Didn't you walk away? You have to pay, because remember, you walked away.
I thought you didn't believe in debts.
Not true. I believe in debts. I believe in erasing them.
You are just one big contradiction, sir.
And out of the blue, he got fired. No one knew why. One day he told me he had leukemia. Made me swear to never tell anyone, especially my mom. Told my mom. When he found out, he got pissed. Started yelling. Kept shoving me away. Shoved me so hard. I fell backwards out the window. I fell and I broke my arm.
Damn.
Did you ever think he was right?
About what?
Hurting you that day? For betraying his trust?
I was 8 years old.
The fuck just happened? What the fuck? What just happened? What? You can't leave it there. Oh, I guess you can. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, show. Fucking with me. Alright, it was very on the nose, but obviously the theme of the episode was choices and the consequences of choices, or the not consequences of choices. The existential, just thinking about it too much can lead you down some rabbit holes, and do you just commit to something or do you go against something? All of that stuff. And that was like from the very beginning of the episode. The episode started with Elliot being offered a job and him not really knowing how to respond, just being like, can I think about this? Please? I think I'm good where I am. And then from there, it just kept spiraling with different things going on, talking about his past with his dad, just everything. All about those choices, ones and zeros, everyone. But it was good. It was all in aid of just sort of drawing lines for Elliot as a character, and for us, the audience, to sort of know how Elliot is approaching things. Like, we get introduced to him in the first episode. He was trying to do the right thing by people and trying to deal with the evil in society in the right way and all of that stuff. So when confronted with these harder choices about, you could do this big thing that could offset everything, it could really achieve those things you want to do, but it might include a little bit of murder. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? And my instant reaction was like, well, he's not going to be good with that, because at that point, are you just as bad as the bad people, or what? Like, there's got to be a different way around this, and it seems like at the end of the episode here, he did have an alternate plan that might help the situation in a different way. But then also at the end of the episode, we got another cliffhanger, literally in some way. He's like, I'm not sure what happened. They did a purposeful shot to show you what was down there. It looked sharp, jagged, watery, disgusting, all of the above, and he got shoved down there. Is he okay? Who knows? I guess since we're talking about the whole choice aspect, I'll start with sort of focusing that with his sort of dealer and supplier situation. I think that was a good way of him showing, okay, I need this thing, I need this morphine, but I need to get rid of my supplier because he's an asshole, like worse than an asshole. We need to get rid of him, even though there'll probably be negative consequences, not just for me, but also my friend, and that's going to spiral out, and I'm sure we're going to see the consequences of that in the future episodes. But just him making a choice, basically. It was a good way to just show him moving through the motions of coming to, well, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to try and take control of the situation for the better, even though I know there's going to be consequences. It was a hard theme to get across, but I think the episode did it by realizing sometimes choices are hard, there's probably negative consequences no matter what you choose, but it's about you kind of just doing what feels right by you, and hopefully you get the best possible result on the choice that you make. But the important thing is that you take control and do the best thing that you can. And I think that whole scenario helped illustrate that for the audience and for his character, like how his character makes those choices. I was instantly like, that dude sitting there in his tighty whities trying to be scary and raping people, like, get rid of him. Like, the choice is easy. For me, if it's me in that situation, fuck off the morphine, just get rid of that guy. You do not need him in your life. You don't need him in your friend's life. Do what you can. You know what I mean? I will also say I didn't notice any number 13s coming up in this episode, so that might have just been a random thing I picked up on. That isn't actually anything at all. So that's where we're currently at on the 13 count. Maybe it was in there and I didn't notice, but just so you're all aware, I didn't catch it this episode. But yeah, this whole choice thing, it's very much playing into what I thought the show would start playing into in terms of doing the right thing. How do you do the right thing? Like, playing Elliot's personal attachments off of his ideology, like his ethos, what he believes in, and how are those things gonna sort of smack against one another, and how is he going to do what he thinks is the right thing when those things might be at odds with each other. And I didn't expect we'd jump into it quite so quickly, but I'm kind of happy that we are, and that we're just charging on in head first, and I'm interested to see where he keeps progressing from here, if he's okay and not in the hospital or some shit after what just happened. I'll just talk about this quickly because it's clearly a seed for what's to come. Guy selling his CDs on the street, hacking. Don't know what that's about. It seems on the face of it just like a scam to get like naked pictures of people in their houses and to sell them on the market. Clearly something that's being set up for something that's going on down the line. But yeah, don't take things off strangers, everyone. Don't do it. Why would you even put it in your computer? Just take it out of courteous nature or whatever, but then don't put it in your computer. That's stupid. It's dumb. Then again, Ollie is an idiot. Ollie is also someone who's going to have some consequences come his way at some point, I'm guessing. Like I say, I don't know if it's going to play a bigger part of things, if it's going to link back into Evil Corp, all that stuff that's going on, if there's a bigger threat, or it could have something to do with the Dark Army or whatever they were called. Like, that got brought up a little bit here. Like, there's some weird shit going on, and it's gonna be explained, I'm guessing, as we keep going. So other than the theme of choice and all of that, that was obviously the big talking point of this episode and how it was messing with all of that. But there was some weird shit in this episode. Specifically, the whole Elliot, Darlene, Mr. Robot stuff. There was some real weird stuff happening there. Darlene just knowing where he lived, saying, "You're supposed to be here, why weren't you there?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? How am I supposed to know where I'm going if I don't know where it is?" I'm thinking this has something to do with the delusions that they were talking about, his mind not being in the right place, he's getting worse, his therapist was saying, these last few months. There's something odd happening. Like, he's blacking out, something's going on there. And the moment that made me most suspicious, I'm gonna say it, and again, it's another conspiracy theory. I feel like we're heading towards a Fight Club situation. Because there was a very purposeful, weird moment in this episode when Darlene was saying, like, what's the plan? Tell us what we're meant to be doing. She was looking directly at Elliot when she asked this question. Directly at him. There's no mistaking it. And then he's like staring there, and then Christian Slater, Mr. Robot, walks in front of him to answer the question. That was weird. Like, that's not normal. That's not how normal conversation takes place. So yeah, I'm starting to suspect that Mr. Robot is in Elliot's head. Because weird. That might just be mad, but I feel like the clues are there. The clues are there. Like, I can't help it. I don't know if I've, like, just inadvertently ruined it for myself by thinking this, but I guess we'll see. I just couldn't help but notice that it was that was odd. But overall, I'm still super into this. I think we've got some interesting moral questions being thrown up in the air, and I'm interested to see how the show's going to tackle it. And the main plot of, you know, Elliot versus Evil Corp and the bigger picture, how that's going to progress, and just Elliot's character. I'm already 2 episodes in, just super invested in Elliot and how he's going to tackle situations as they unfold, where his moral compass is going to guide him, how it's going to affect the people around him directly or indirectly. I'm just super invested in all of this stuff. Like, it's at this point, it seems pretty good. Show seems pretty good. You know, we're early days, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to keep going strong if at least first 2 episodes are anything to go by. So yeah, super excited for next week. Can't wait to see how they resolve him being pushed off the pier, if he actually did get pushed off the pier, because if my other theory is correct, maybe he didn't fall off the pier and he's completely fine. I guess that will be more evidence to my theory. We'll see. I'll have to wait till next week, I guess. Again, stylistically, the show looks great still. They use a lot of like negative spaces in these really... It reminds me, this is going to sound weird, but it reminds me of a lot of the shots from Ridley Scott's Alien, because in that movie they do a lot of the same thing where they place the character on the wrong side of the frame and leave a lot of negative space. It's just a good way of creating tension in a scene and making everything feel slightly off-kilter. And they use it to great effect in this show, where it's like, I'm uncomfortable. This scene is making me uncomfortable. But it works to great effect here. It also helps that in the scenes when you've got 2 characters talking, they use a lot of negative space, lots of gaps between the 2 people, even though in the frames it looks like they should be closer. But when they do actually come in to share the shot together and they're really close, you really feel it. You really feel that, like the scene at the very beginning of the episode where you've got Tyrell, which seems like a purposeful reference to Blade Runner, and him talking about the job. They've got a lot of negative space, they're distant, but then when he comes in at him and he's like, I want you can just feel it because of how it's shot. And also the performance, like how he kind of switched, like the charm sort of disappeared and he just became this, can you not? Can you not, dude? But yeah, good stuff. It's still looking good stylistically. Yeah, super into this. It's looking good. Don't know how to end the video as always, so we'll just cut to the little end screen thing now. Thank you for watching this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up. Helps me know you liked it. Also, consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. Links to Twitch and Discord below. Hope to see you there. We're trying to hit that 1K goal on Twitch. So yeah, help out with that if you like. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.